Well, it's Friday, so that's good news, right? We all look forward to Fridays, I think. Universally, everybody looks forward to Friday. So tonight we have got one break, and it is Leaf Metal Draft. Jumbo, no, yeah, Jumbo. I think about that. Was it Hobby? Was it Jumbo? Yeah, it's Jumbo. All right, so we're going to go over a little bit of information before we actually get started ripping. While everybody's getting in and getting settled, we'll get started with this. My feedback is automated on eBay. Anytime that you leave positive feedback for me, you are instantly going to get positive feedback in return, thanks to the miracle of automation. And of course, the other thing there is to say thank you. I always appreciate you being here, bidding, breaking, chatting, and hanging out with me. We are looking next at what's coming up in the days ahead. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all off nights. We come back on Tuesday night with a case of TriStar Game Day Greats autographed football jerseys. On Wednesday night, it is a new release night. We'll be breaking a 6-box half-case quantity of certified basketball. Those will be loose boxes from shared cases. And then, of course, more to come, but that's what's up and running on eBay right now as we speak. Shipping, here's what we're looking at. Tuesday is my estimated shipping date for this. And of course, if I can get it out to you faster than that, I will happily do so. If you were to get skunked tonight, meaning you do not pull a card of any sort, I will still be sending you something. It will have you'll still get a package. It'll go out when the rest of the break goes out, and it will have consolation card or cards in it. The other thing that you need to know about here that it kind of impacts shipping, and that is, we've had a winter storm. It dropped a bunch of freezing rain on us that turned into some heavy icing. And, well, you know what? That ice is still there. They thought it might get warm enough to melt a little bit for a couple of hours today, but it didn't, so it's all still there. So power outages are still a possibility, they are telling us. And guess what? There's another winter storm with more freezing rain on the way. So if power were to go out, that could potentially impact when your item would ship, obviously. But if there is no power outage and we continue to do well, knock wood, then we might be able to get it out to you sooner. Okay, so that's kind of the moral of the story there. Everybody's all paid up tonight. Thank you for that. And we are opening a 6-box case of 2020 Leaf Metal Draft Jumbo Baseball, the Jumbo version. It's a full case break. It's break number 4. Everything that we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay, which is Friday night, the 12th of February, Valentine's Day, right around the corner. Our team names are on the left-hand side, and the eBay user ID of each winning bidder is across from their team on the opposite side. So if you've got some skin in the game tonight, you should see your name up there in lights. Now we've got one tiny little piece of business left to take care of. It's pretty quick, and that's just going to be the focus, right? I am going to be messing around with your focus, and it is going to make your background blurry. I am doing that quite intentionally, so I don't want you to worry about that. It actually, if I can get it in the sweet spot here, will allow us to look at our cards up very, very closely, and that's what we like to do. We don't really care too much about who's in the background, do we? We just care about seeing our cards. So, of course, Leaf Metal Draft. The Leaf products are not officially licensed products, so just like Panini in baseball, they have to use just player names or city names or whatever. Now, Panini will use player names and city names. Leaf only uses player names. So what that means to us is that it goes to current team. And if there is any question about what the current team is for any given player, we're going to use MILB.com as our first source to verify, okay? And MILB.com is the official website of Minor League Baseball. Now, if we can't find for some reason what we needed at Minor League Baseball, our backup source would be MLB.com, the official website of Major League Baseball. Now, of course, the Leaf product is 100% hits. So there's no base in here. Everything's an autograph. I am going to go ahead and get everything out, and then we'll start looking at it once we get it all out. Each one of our boxes has got 9 autograph cards in it, plus an additional autographed card that is slabbed and a 1-of-1 proof. So there you go. That always makes for a little extra oomph when we get the slabbed cards. We like those. Jay Allen is here. Hey, Jay Allen. Eric, we do read out the teams for the players. Occasionally there's one that I don't know, and I have to look it up, and most of the time I have it written down on a sheet of paper over here next to me because I know the ones that I tend to forget. And occasionally it might not be on my sheet of paper, and we might have to go to MILB or MLB.com to look it up. But generally speaking, I'd say the vast majority of them will be able to call out the name as we go along. That's the plan anyway. Jay Allen says he wants his Phillies tonight. Looking for some love for Philadelphia and the Phillies. We will see what we can do, my friend. And Lisa's here too. Hi, Lisa. So Lisa and Jay Allen and Eric are all here hanging out in chat, which is nice because, boy, nobody was chatting last night. Whew. I'm going to tell you, it makes the break seem like it takes so much longer, it feels like, when there's nobody chatting, and the time goes by so quickly when people are chatting. It's probably the same on your side. It probably feels like it takes forever no matter. But on my side, it feels like it goes by so much faster when there's people chatting. So let me get a few sleeves out on the table here, and we will get underway. Now, keep in mind that these cards, like many of the chrome or optic, whatever different brands call it, anyway, these cards that have this nice little coating on them where they're all pretty with their pretty little colors and things, the downside of that is it makes the cards curve. You can kind of see in this box even there's a lot of curvature to them. Now, they may be somewhat flattened out by the time you get them because, of course, they will have been in a top loader, but just be aware that curvature is there, and if you take it out of the top loader, you may very well see it up close and personal. You'd be like, hey, why is that all curved? Well, it's that coating they put on there. That's what does it to us. All right, so the first guy out, I don't know how to pronounce his name, never have. It is numbered to 20, not the Carmen part. I can say that part, the Mlazinski part. Whatever, you know who he is, and he's a pirate, even though I did kind of butcher it. And Desean Knowles, he is numbered to 15 and headed off to the Angels. Behind that, I have Ben Hernandez, and that's going to Kansas City, and it is numbered to 5. And next up brings us Edward Cabrera. He is numbered to 10, and Edward goes to the Marlins. I always have to think about that because there's a couple of different Cabreras. There's Daniel and there's Edward, but that was Edward Cabrera, so he's a Marlin. And I have Nick York. That one did not appear to be numbered, so we will find a few unnumbered things in here too. Nick York is the Red Sox. Bringing us to Kyle Harrison. And Kyle is another unnumbered version, or whatever you want to call it. I guess base autograph. Maybe that's the way to say it. And Kyle is the Giants. Oh, that's right, Jay Allen. We do need extra mojo for you tonight. That's right. We owe you like triple mojo tonight, don't we? Oh, yeah, I got to work on that for you. Max Meyer, nice hit for the Marlins. Seth Corey coming out behind that. And it is also a base autograph, meaning not numbered. That is also the Giants. And then I see Zach Veen. So Colorado Rockies. That's a nice looking card for your Zach Veen. Doesn't appear to be numbered, but still it's on one of the top draft picks inserts, which I happen to like. I just like that particular insert. So Jay Allen says this won't take too long tonight anyway. Well, you're right. This is a fairly quick break. It's not doesn't take too long. Marco Luciano. It is number 225, and it's headed off to San Francisco, the Giants. And then I've got Aaron Sabato. Aaron is numbered to 35 and headed off to Minnesota. Reed Detmers, and it's numbered to 5. That goes to the Angels. Jared Kelly comes next, and Jared is numbered to 10, and he is going to the White Sox. JT Ginn, and that is unnumbered, so base autograph for JT Ginn going to the Mets. And there is Lewin Diaz. That is a base autograph as well. And that I got to take a peek at. I don't remember where that goes. Marlins, Miami Marlins on the Diaz. Asa Lacy, there you go. There's your nice hit for the Kansas City Royals with Asa Lacy. So congrats on that one. And I have a Keegan Aiken out next. I got to take a peek at that one too, because I don't remember that one. Keegan Aiken is the Orioles. Well, we don't have to take a peek at this one. There's a big hit there, Spencer Torkelson, and it's numbered to 20. So nice one for Detroit and the Tigers with the Torkelson 220. We like that. He says it used to be even quicker before they stopped top-loading all the cards. Oh, for sure it did. I hope they go back to having them come out already in sleeves and top-loaders. I prefer it that way, but they may not. I don't know. I think they started doing it this way when there was a supply shortage, although they may just decide to keep it this way now that they're doing it. Who knows? There is Hector Yon, and that is numbered to 7 for little Hector there. And that is the Angels. I think that's at least a couple of hits for the Angels, if not more than a couple. Mick Abel, that one is numbered to 10. And Mick is going to Jay Allen and the Philadelphia Phillies. A State Pride comes out with Taylor Soderstrom. That's numbered to 7. We got a bunch of low-numbered stuff in this box. That's headed to Oakland and the A's. Here comes Christian Hernandez. And Christian Hernandez is numbered to 25. He's, of course, one of our international guys. That international signing period just took place a few weeks ago, and he is headed to the Cubs. Jake Vogel, and a base autograph for Jake Vogel goes to the Dodgers. And then I have Burl Carraway with a base autograph, and Burl is going to the Cubs as well, I want to say. I think the Cubs. Dylan Dingler. Every time I see that name, it just cracks me up. Anyway, it is the Tigers with Dylan. Yiddy Cappy. And I can never, ever remember where Yiddy goes, but I know I have it written down, so bear with me. He is an international guy, and he signed with the Marlins. Okay, why am I having such trouble remembering where he signs? Ooh, Baby Acuna. Nice. So if you've got Texas, that's pretty much who you're gunning for, so you can relax a little bit maybe. Of course, there's others in here you might want too, but that's probably one of your main hits if you are holding the Texas Rangers tonight. Lisa needs my Cincinnati Reds to get some hits. I'm with you. I'm with you. I love my Reds. I always like to see the Reds get hits. Brennan Malone, of course, he was traded not too awfully far back, and that's numbered to 30, and Brennan Malone is a Pirate these days. So he goes to Pittsburgh. Leote comes out, and Leote goes to the Rangers, and that was numbered to 4. So right as I said, the Rangers were probably happy. Now they're even happier for sure, because that worked out well. Luis Medina, numbered to 35. That is the New York Yankees. Garrett Mitchell, and behind that, Garrett is numbered to 15 and going to Milwaukee. Then I've got Hudson Haskin. That's going to Baltimore. Clayton Beater coming out next, and Clayton is unnumbered, and Clayton is headed to where? Dodgers. Clayton Beater to the Dodgers. Had to take a little look at that one. Couldn't remember. And Luis Matos. That is also unnumbered, and it is going where? Where does that go? He's an international guy, isn't he? Do I have him written down anywhere? Giants. I do have him written down, thank goodness, because I couldn't remember where he signed either. So now we know. Jay Allen says Dylan Dingler, superstar. Yeah, you know where I you know what I think every time I see that. Nick Swinney. And Nick Swinney is the Giants. Yeah, I mean, if Dingler was my last name, I just wouldn't have named my kid Dylan. I don't know. I don't know what I would have named him, but it wouldn't have been that. Numbered to 7, Ed Howard. That goes to the Cubbies. Chicago. So we've got 2 more to go, and then, of course, all of our slabbed cards waiting for us back there as well. Always save those to the end. Justin Foscue, numbered to 15, and Justin goes to the Texas Rangers. And then I have Eric Pena, that is numbered to 10 and going to Kansas City. Noelvi Marte, that is numbered to 10. That goes to the Mariners. Chris McMahon, and numbered to 5. That goes to the Colorado Rockies. A State Pride, that is J.J. Goss, numbered to 30. So J.J. Goss is the first one we have seen tonight for the Rays, isn't it? He is Rays, isn't he, J.J. Goss? Isn't he Rays? I think he's Rays. I better double check. Right as I said that, I'm like, is that right? I think it is, but let's make sure that I'm not telling you wrong. I'm just gonna pull him up real quickly here on MILB.com so I don't tell you something crazy about J.J. Goss, but I do think he's the Tampa Bay Rays. Yeah, he is. Okay. Every once in a while, you get that little nagging feeling like, ooh, I said that, but is it right? So better safe than sorry. That's the way I look at it. Now, by the way, not my fingerprints that you can see down there. Somebody's fingerprints from where they put the sticker on there. So FYI. Casey Martin is on that one, and Casey is going to the Phillies and Jay Allen. That one was unnumbered for Urbina, and Urbina is going to Minnesota, the Twins. Zach DeLoach, and it is unnumbered, and Zach goes to Seattle. Bringing us to Nick Gonzalez, numbered to 20 for Nick, and he is going to the Pirates. I got to make a new little stack over here. Bear with me for a second. They definitely can't get too high in this scenario where they're all curved up and stuff. Then they just start going crazy. He said, of course, my card had the fingerprints. Well, I mean, they weren't bad. I just happened to notice it. I mean, a lot of these cards probably have it, but I just happened to notice it on that one. Really, if you look at them, most of them have got it, at least a little bit of that going on. When they've got stickers, it happens. Tanner Burns. And then Tanner is the Indians, Cleveland. Well, if I could get the sleeve open, that would have been helpful, right? I think so. Numbered to 7, Pedro Martinez. And Pedro goes to Tampa Bay. Good old Slade Ciccone. He comes out of here a lot. He is also numbered to 7. We see him all the time. He's going to Arizona, the Diamondbacks. Jeff Criswell, numbered to 20. And I got to take a little peek. I can't remember on him. Oakland, the Oakland A's for Criswell. Dax Fulton. And Dax being numbered to 20 there is it's not a bad hit. And that's also going to Miami, the Marlins. Sammy Infiante, and I'm sure I say that wrong. It's numbered to 4, and he goes to the Natties. So is that the first one tonight for the Nats? I think it is. So Nationals on the board at least. Tink Hentz. And Tink is unnumbered and going to the Cardinals, St. Louis. Ian Seymour. And that is the Tampa Bay Rays with a base autograph. And the last one of our regular autographs is, oh, that's big. That's Wander Franco. That's a fantastic hit for Tampa Bay. And it's numbered to 4. So Tampa Bay really did save the best for last at least out of the regular stuff anyway, right? Now let's take a look at our slabbed cards and see what waits for us up here. So Kyle Nicholas is the first one that we see. These are all 1-of-1s, and they are all artist-proof kind of things. Well, production-proof. I'm sorry, that's different than artist-proof. So they are production-proofs. The other thing I should point out, all of these plastic, whatever you want to call them, holders that are encasing these cards have all kinds of like scratches and stuff on them, and they were that way out of the last case too. I don't know what they did to them, but they're real scratched up, most of them. So just be aware of that. And that was the Marlins that we just saw. Next up is Carlos Colmenares. And Carlos was an international free agent. And I got to take a look at where he signed because I can't remember off the top of my head. I got to look. He is the Tampa Bay Rays, who are killing it here at the end of the break. All of a sudden, Tampa Bay is going crazy. And there's a national pride, and this one is Yolbert Sanchez. And Yolbert goes where? To the White Sox. Noelvi Marte. So we had a Noelvi in the regular, and now you've got one in the slabbed as well. So Mariners for that one. Oh, Padres. You got a nice little Tatis 1-of-1. How you like that, Padres? I like it. Jay Allen says Slade is another name like Dylan Dingler. I know it is, isn't it? I mean, it is a bit like that. Just a little bit. And then the last one that we have that is encased here, or slabbed, I guess technically we should call it, is Justin Foscue. So I don't even really, honestly, I don't know how they could be that scratched up because, I mean, I don't think you can reuse stuff like that, but maybe you can. I don't know, but it's weird. But Justin Foscue is the Rangers. I didn't say that because I got myself sidetracked thinking about how scratched up those those things have been. But anyway, whatever the deal is, they do have a lot of marks on them, so. He says they dragged the slabs across a gravel parking lot. Well, maybe so. Maybe so. All right, so we're going to recap this. We're not going to read off every name, every team, and every number again because that would be just like doing the entire breakover since it is all a big stack of hits. But what we will do is just put everything up here one more time. So if you missed it earlier or you're scrolling to the end on the recap and just want to see what was in here, well, this is your shot to check it all out. So all in all, not a bad case. Certainly the Yankees didn't get their man in there with Dominguez, but we had the Torkelson and the Asa Lacy and a couple of the very nice international signings and the one-of-one Tatis. So all in all, yeah, still a nice case. Oh, yeah, and all that stuff going to the Rays, like that Wander Franco. So the Rays did very well, too. And kind of the Marlins. Yeah, well, it was a pretty good case. So I think I have got one more case of this left, I believe, and we will probably break it next week in the range of like Thursday or Friday. Probably Thursday, maybe. And there might be some new leaf stuff coming next week on Friday. I would not 100% swear to that, but we might have like leaf flash or something coming on Friday. So I think, but you never know. I mean, they change stuff around so much, and you just never know. All right, and then our slabbed cards, once again, production proofs, all one-of-ones, and all the cases do have some marking and scratches on them. I mean, it kind of varies, but they all have it to a certain degree. So we saw the Foscue, that was for the Rangers. There's the Tatis, of course, going to the Padres, the Noelvi Marte, which goes to the Seattle Mariners. And that one was Yolbert Sanchez, which goes to the Chicago White Sox. Carlos Colmenares, and he signed with Tampa Bay, right? No, yeah, Tampa Bay. Like, wait, yes, no, go, stop. But yeah, Tampa Bay was right. And then Kyle Nicholas is the last one that we have from our encased cards or slabbed cards, and Kyle Nicholas is the Marlins. All right, so there is our break and our recap for tonight. And what I'm going to do next is once again put up your shipping information, and we'll take another little peek at what's coming up in the days ahead. So if you weren't with us at the beginning and you missed that info and you want to know, here comes the 411 right now. So if anybody got completely blanked in this, which I think unfortunately the Reds did, Lisa, and I'm sorry about that, because I like the Reds too. But if you got completely skunked in here and you didn't get a card of any sort for your team, you are still going to get a package in the mail. It will have consolation card or cards in it, and it will go ahead and ship out when the rest of the break goes out, because technically that would be your next package. So we're not going to send you home completely empty-handed. Tuesday is the projected shipping date, and that kind of partially depends on what's going on with this lovely ice that we got quite a bit of, and it's still hanging on all of our trees and power lines, and they're telling us there's still a danger of power outages, and we've got another storm coming and more freezing rain, and I don't know, it's winter, it sucks. But anyway, if I did have a loss of power, it might result in a shipping delay, but assuming that we don't have a loss of power, Tuesday is your projected date, as always, plus or minus a day, and if I can get it out to you faster than the date you see listed there, I will gladly do so. And here's what the days ahead look like. Saturday, Sunday, Monday are off nights. Tuesday night, we'll come back and do TriStar Game Day Greats autographed football jerseys by the full case. On Wednesday, we have one new release. It's certified basketball, and we're going to break that by the half case or half case quantity of loose boxes from shared cases. Thursday night is kind of when I'm leaning towards, it's not listed yet, but I'm leaning towards putting Leaf Metal Draft Jumbo, the last case of it, will probably go up again on Thursday night. And then I believe Friday the 19th, I think, is limited football, if I remember correctly, and if Panini doesn't change it. So those are the things that will be, of course, listed in the days ahead, but what you see up there on the screen right now is what is currently listed on eBay. So that is it for me until Tuesday night. I hope that you guys all have a great weekend, and gals, hope everybody has a great weekend, and that you stay warm and safe and happy and healthy. And yeah, I'll be back on Tuesday. So until the next